Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I was asked to throw together some numbers as if we were just reviewing co-op, which is a valid thing. In fact, I actually know some people who have never played the campaigns of this game and have only played co-ops, in a shrug. Given how relatively short that was, this is kind of a skewed number. But with 5 net positives to story and 88 net positives to gameplay. Oh, nope, that's wrong. 82, excuse me. 82 net positives to gameplay. That would put co-op mode only at 220. And I stand by that, by the way. It's really good. What do you want from me? Yeah, I'd stand by that. That's a mean variance, though. Here's the mean part. Starcraft 2 is going to have a bunch of story positives, like a lot, actually. I think this one's going to beat D3. I think this one might even be in punching range of GTA 5. We'll see. It is a little cheating, but then again, GTA 5, you'll notice all 3 of the top games right now are cheating, right? Diablo 3 had years upon years of patches, support, love, care, and updates. And an expansion. GTA 5 was like an 8-year monster death development cycle, which had other games devoted entirely towards improving it. And StarCraft 2 also had pretty much the same thing as D3, 2 full expansions, and a lot of additional patch time and additional work. So yeah, it's funny how good a game can get when you keep developing it. If I might be so bold, that makes sense to me, though. Like, I say it's cheating, but no, that's how that should be. A game that has years put into it should be that good, right? Like, doesn't that track? Developers who continue to support a game, the score should keep going up. Very true, Junk Garage. So, before we move forward into the campaigns, we got 2 other big things I want to do. The first thing I want to do is I want to talk about this menu right here. This is a little silly. So these are basic graphics options. Nothing too fancy here, but a lot of decent graphics options. But I do want to mention one thing in particular. This game has something that I don't know if we're going to give it a positive for it, but because we never have before. But this is the first game I feel like it might deserve it. Lip syncing. Generally speaking, I'm kind of blasé about lip syncing. Maybe because I grew up in the Starcraft era, where Starcraft lip syncing was a unit playing like 2 random GIFs back and forth over and over and over as they're talking. So I just kind of got into the habit of not even looking at the face of the characters while they talk. I'm either looking at the text on the screen or I'm looking at the game itself. And I never got out of that habit. We've streamed plenty of games over the years, like, for example, Tales of Arise is a recent example. Or, I don't know, like Kingdom Hearts, for an example, where the lip syncing, people have been like, that looks bad, and it takes me a moment to even process what you guys are talking about, because I'm not even looking at it. So I was just kind of like, question mark? Wasn't quite with it at the same level. But at the same time, the thing that's nice about the lip syncing in this game is that it's not done manually. There is a script they wrote specific for this game, which morphs the models based on the language that's coming out of them. So absolutely none of the lip syncing in the actual game is exactly, it's the Half-Life 2 thing. None of the lip syncing in the game is actually manually crafted. It's all based on the dialogue that's playing when it plays. It's really impressive, honestly. And it also has the added benefit of working in multiple languages. It's very cool tech. You can also just completely disable it if you want to, which is what reminded me of that. That's the question. Is that positive worthy? Having run this through in my head, I don't think we've ever, in fact, I know we've never given a lip syncing positive, but we have given a facial acting positive before. That is something that's happened. In fact, that happened just recently in God of War 5. And we have also, well, actually, we haven't yet, but we will give lip syncing negatives. I can actually point to a very specific game that'll get that negative, Kingdom Hearts 1. So, at the very least, I think a precedence exists to jot down a potential positive. So I'm going to write it down as a question mark, and we'll see. Just kind of as we go. Anyway, so options. Once again, actually properly done options. One of the things that's a nice little touch is, I've already shown this off, you can have the soundtrack play music from just StarCraft 2, or StarCraft 2 and Brood War, or just Brood War. Also, you can change the master volume, the music volume, the ambient volume, the sound effect volume, whether or not you get error sounds at all, whether or not the music plays continuously at all, interface sounds, voices, and response sounds. All of this isn't getting a plus. This should be the standard. And I'm only pointing this out because Blizzard, for literal years, was the example of how not to do this option menu over here. So, credit on them for finally freaking figuring that out. Motion capture is part of animation. There is an actor who is doing the thing. Again, God of War 5, right? So, God of War 5 works. Bunch of options here. You can confine the mouse cursor, you can reduce input lag, you can change the sensitivities, the scroll speed, the drag speed. Again, all fairly basic stuff. You can change the alerts, you can decide not to show the build grid, you can decide not to show your worker status. There's a simple command card, you can show current order, larvae. You can change how the life bars show up, you can change how the control groups operate, you can change how the flying selection operates. You can change the colors of everything, including your mini-map, your color, your ally color, hostile color, ally color, neutral color. You change intensity of colors. There is a colorblind mode. This is exactly what it sounds like. This just kind of changes the social aspect of the game. This doesn't do much. And this doesn't do much. Yeah, the simplified command card is something you'll notice I have off, because I much prefer the new one to the alternative. I suppose can I show that off quickly? I think I can. Hang on, let me just pop over to here really quick. They do have colorblind modes, yes. I go. Probably Blade to Fall. Or, more likely, probably not. Yeah, Patrol is something you have already seen me use in just the co-op stuff, and will assuredly use during the campaigns. Hold position can be useful. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, that's tutorial load right over there. Look at that. Right-click to move, right-click to gather resources, build, advanced build, repair, spray. That's it. That's not great.
In the rear with the gear.
But actually, while we're here, so let's talk about the other thing. I was going to actually save this, but whatever. Yeah, it is a simple command card. Can I get rid of that now, please? Can I just go away? Oh, that's better. All right. Let's talk about the interface, the HUD, and some quality of life features. So first of all, this is an exceptionally good HUD. It's very, very simple at first glance, but it shows you absolutely everything you need to know very, very quickly and again at a glance. It also includes things like this. So you can actually see exactly what your orders are in what order. And in fact, they're even color-coded. Let's see if I attack that. That's not going to work. Doesn't work for that, but there are ways to... so there you go. It's very good HUD. I would say that I can't make a barracks? Oh god, I don't know the PvP stuff at all. Yeah, hang on. Let me... Did I crank the difficulty down? Yeah, let's surrender really quick. No, I cranked the AI up. Let's crank the AI way down. And just so I could show off some stuff super, because we're already here. So let's make a casual Super Doom, like just with nothing. And I want you to, like, just stand there, I guess. Go. Hey, we're in the upper right now. Okay, so the HUD is probably, honestly, no, I say very good. It's probably only single positive worthy, but that's because most of the good things about the HUD are probably baked into other aspects of game design.
Go ahead.
So, obviously, there's the thing where you can select someone and see exactly what they're going to do. In fact, if I did this, it shows it for every individual unit that I happen to have selected. So if I select only a few of them, I can still see what their specific queue order is. So, smart, easy to distinguish, not intrusive indicator of queued orders. That's awesome. I've already talked about this, but you see that 12 of 16? That shows the optimal amount of people who should be on minerals. There's some debate about that. You can build quickly. You can build while having people grouped. Yeah, workers pretty much auto self-distribute and work very quickly, much quicker than before. You'll also notice the workers effectively have no collision with each other while they're actually harvesting. Workers do have collision, but not while they're harvesting. So that's a nice, quiet little detail, improving that little setup. I'm also gaining experience while doing this. Don't worry about that. It's nothing. Don't worry about that.
Not enough minerals.
What? Yeah, I do.
Yes, sir.
Now.
SCV ready.
So we've got the worker indicator, which I'm going to show another variant of in a minute. We have the how many people are on board the command center indicator, which is always nice. There's multiple build indicators. There's the health bar above the thing that's being built, which shows where it's at. There's the progress bar. You can actually select it and see the exact progress it's taking. In fact, we can see how many seconds it takes to build a barracks right there. 46. Yeah, and I was about to point out, if you watch, you see that little red highlight around the SCV right there? That indicates where the unit is if it happens to be obscured by the geometry. That's true for whether it's a building, whether it's other units, or whether it's like the actual terrain. If you go like down a level, you can still see them. There are health bars don't show. This is actually a thing from Warcraft 3, although I believe this is an option. Health bars do not show unless they are in a status where they should show. In other words, none of these people's health bars show, but if I pull one of these SCVs over here and attack this guy, now his health bar is showing because he is at less than full health. For some reason, repair is not auto, but repair is now autocast. There's also autocast now.
Add-on complete.
There's the buildings. Now, this is actually a minor thing, but C, R, S, B, E, all of this stuff, and T and N, all of this stuff is kind of left-hand supportive. I've already talked about this. A huge amount of the game is left-hand supportive. A, R, D, G, right? S, B, and occasionally something you won't hit very often, like the Planetary Fortress, that's over on the right side, like P. And similarly, over here, the only thing that's over there is the bunker, U. You can also rebind all of this, but I'm just saying, thought was put into making sure that the... Let's do this. Making sure that there's actual logic into which units have which hotkeys on the left hand, and the stuff that's really common to be used is almost always going to be like right there. I'm being rushed. Oh God, what do I do?
What's going on?
They're going.
Yep.
What else? Population is obvious. Gas and Vespine is obvious. I already mentioned this, but just to re-emphasize it, you can also see the workers, optimal number of workers on Vespine geysers. I should mention, by the way, that this optimal worker thing takes into account distance of the command center and which nodes are close to it. So if I were to, for example, put 2 command centers right here, one of the command center, it would be like, well, you should harvest from these 3. And the other command center would be like, well, you should harvest from these 4 or 5. And so it would actually adjust that number appropriately to that. It's not perfect, but it is actually worthwhile. But yeah, the fact that, so The worker indicator by itself, I honestly feel, is its own positive. It is such a info in-game quality of life thing that I can't even put it into words properly. It is so much more info that was not there previously. What I just did is how the game controls so much better. The fact that I can just grab 3 worker units, shift build 3 buildings. The game then smartly builds one with one, then the other with the other, then the third with the final. And of course, then I can give the shift command for them to go right back to mining as soon as they're done. Very smooth, very quick, and very efficient. You'll also notice the pathfinding. I've already kind of gushed about the pathfinding, but the pathfinding is way better. It's probably the best pathfinding that I've ever seen in an RTS. I'll be showing off more specifics of that later, but you've already seen a little bit of it during the co-op mode, like when you had a giant death ball of people and they could just move without constantly being a line of stupid, for lack of a better way to call that. We can now tab target through people. Like you can see down the bottom there, and it changes which specific one we have targeted. So that's always awesome. That's a feature that came from Warcraft 3. You can now multi-research, so a single research bay can actually queue up research rather than just sitting there idle, and you know, inevitably losing times when you do it. I think that's most of the basic interface stuff. Oh, no, it isn't. So, sorry. So much of this is I'm so used to this that I actually have issues. So, first of all, there's the F2 button, which selects all military units. There's also the F1 button, which selects all idle workers. It also indicates if you have an idle worker. So if I pull this guy, come on.
Go ahead.
If I pull this guy out here and then just sit there, you'll notice that will go up to
Woo-hoo! Overtime.
chem. It'll highlight. You notice how it's kind of glowing softly in the lower left there? It is also, it's highlighted at all, as you can see, so that's a thing. And I can just hit F1 to immediately select that guy, and I can also hit it multiple times to cycle through them if I so chose. We've got much more information on the card here, so better info in-game, with the exact movement speed, the attack, melee attack, range, damage, target, the type of damage. It actually says light, biological, mechanical, so we have our options for what exactly the unit is. Nice big portrait card, much overall better layout for this unit panel, the command panel on the right. And then we've got the minimap. The minimap is honestly very good. It's pretty much very good for the same reason it was, so I don't think it's any better, except for the fact that you've got these little ping things you can do, which you can also do specific types of pings if you feel like it. So, you know, I feel like, hey, we need to go that way. You can also get rid of the terrain, as you always can, and you can change the colors based on your preference. Okay, so I think that's all of the basics as far as interface, controls, pathfinding, that kind of stuff. But things that were negatives have turned into positives. So we've got controls, we've got minimap, we've got the interface, we've got the HUD, we've got options, we've got the sound design. I'll question that one later. We've got the music, general quality of life features, info in-game.
Upgrade complete.
Come on. Here we go. You can select all kinds of stuff now. It's much easier and smoother to select. There's something different. So in Starcraft 1, and I kind of complained about this, you can kind of get used to it, but you have to select the exact unit in order to select the unit. I know that sounds like a strange statement, but what I mean by that is, just now I selected this Reaper by selecting right next to the Reaper, like that.
From above.
There is a,
Field depleted.
for lack of a better way to put it, a bubble, a hitbox, if you will, around most units that is specifically there to make them easier to click on an individual basis. Back in StarCraft 1, you had to actually click the unit, the part that was not transparencied in the PNG. If you failed to do so, then you click nothing, you select nothing. And as you can see, some of these units can get very small. It's one of the reasons why, and I mentioned this, slowing down the speed when doing very precise micro made it easier in StarCraft 1. Here, I can just go boop, and just select that guy, which is exactly the guy I intended to select. Just like that. So selecting is better. You can have larger groups. I believe there is actually a cap on how many you can control. It's some ungodly amount that has only been found thanks to mods.
Mineral field.
It's more than your population cap, that's for certain. So you can do that. You can also have the same general things. I already kind of mentioned this, but one of the additional things you can do
I'm listening.
is you can have these control grips down at the bottom. It'll give you a little icon to show which ones are which right there. It'll tell you how many units are in them, and it'll tell you which number they are. So, oh, you can also mouse over abilities. That just kind of is more info in game there.
Upgrade complete.
So what I'm trying to say here is that they took all of the complaints I had about Starcraft 1 and destroyed them with nuclear fire. This is why I've been having so much fun for the last day during last night's shift and this morning's shift, is because even though doing co-op mode on Brutal with mutators, it was still a lot more fun because the gameplay controlled so much better. I honestly am going to argue for a triple positive on controls for this. This is the most smoothly controlling RTS I've ever played. Minimap is a single positive, I think. Interface is probably not actually positive worthy. The HUD is single positive worthy. Options are probably single positive worthy. I've already given the info in game in general and the info in game for the worker indicator. General quality of life features, there's so many, I don't even know where to start. I think that covers all of the basics of just like the mechanisms of the game. So a lot of things that were negative have been converted into positives. From StarCraft 1, I mean. How did I get experience on that? Whatever. Okay. Now to give a negative. And I'm not actually joking. It's kind of a New Game Plus negative. So you'll notice we're kind of in the middle of a campaign. I don't even remember what this was exactly, but we're doing some tests. The problem is, if there's no proper mission select. If I wanted to show off right now one of the missions across Wings of Liberty, it sucks to be me because I can't. I don't have that particular campaign loaded. Now, if I happen to have a save and that campaign, I can. But if you look at this list, you'll notice it only goes down to Outbreak for some reason. And the reason why is because that's where my current campaign is at. That's actively hostile towards the kind of chapter select feature that this should be. So that sucks. Negative to gameplay. Yeah, exactly. It just auto resets. It's just kunk. Now, I did want to show off something really quick, if you don't mind, because I find this funny. So this is the Hold the Line mission. We're actually going to poke at this very briefly before we actually get there naturally. But I wanted you to look in the lower right. Because you look at my time there. Best casual time, 20 minutes and 8 seconds. Best hard time, 20 minutes and 10 seconds. Best brutal time, 20 minutes and 12 seconds. It's a Hold the Line mission. It ends at 20 minutes. What I find funny is I've apparently never played it on normal. But before I go any further, we've never covered a game that does this kind of stuff properly, except for D3, and I don't remember what we did in D3. You see that stuff in the middle? These are challenge achievements. And I like these because, oh my god, I got these achievements 13 years ago. I like these achievements because they're not just boring. You know what I mean, right? Like, we've talked about this before. There's two types of achievements. There's grind your face into the wall until you get this random drop. That's a 1 in 1,000 drop. And then there's do this specific type of mission or boss or whatever in a way that is specifically designed to make that boss or mission harder. It actually, no, we have given this positive before. It just occurred to me. It's an optional little side thing in order to make it harder in a way that makes it funner. It's mutator difficulty, in short. And I really like a lot of these. One of these days I want to actually go through and get all of them, because I eat this stuff up. Like destroy 4 hatcheries on hard. I actually have not managed that because this game is hard as hell. Complete evacuation on hard without losing or salvaging a single structure. Destroy 15 infested structures at nighttime on hard. You know, and stuff like that. you get the general idea. Yeah, this is a game I actively want to 100%, aka get all the achievements, because it's just fun. Again, it's additional optional mutator difficulty, and I just realized there is a game we've given this positive to. It was actually Assassin's Creed of all things, which had the optional sync requirements. You remember that? Do the mission in this specific way that makes it harder for, fun or whatever. And you do actually get some, like, cosmetic stuff for this. Like, if I do this, I'll get... I don't actually know what. I'll get something. Looks like I'll get the adjutant portrait, for example. There's cheats in this game? Bobanix is my answer to that. Yeah, some of these are mean. Some of these are very, very, very mean. I'm actually further in the Swarm campaign and everything else. Yeah, I'm missing Shattered Command, which is destroy 2 command centers in Hand of Darkness. I'm missing Recalled, which is complete in less than 20 minutes. And I'm missing, actually, honestly, several of these, which is just kind of the basic stuff. Do 15,000 damage with Strike, do 50 enemies. Those are boring stuff. But, so mission-wise, I'm only missing the 2? Really? Wow, I might actually bother for that. Wow, okay. These are fun. These are cool. Pluses. Just pluses. These actually go under difficulty mutators, because that's exactly what they are. Optional difficulty. But there's one other thing I want to talk about while we're on difficulty. Seamless segue. And that would be, I want to show off the difficulty. So there are 4 difficulties in this game. They're actually, so the difficulty varies based on the individual campaign. And the reason for that is the same reason we've actually already talked about back in Warcraft 3. It's because those difficulty options do not change health or damage. What they do is they change how the AI works, which we'll talk about in just a second. It changes the specifics of which enemies spawn where, what their tech level is, how many of them spawn, the specific compositions of like which encounters spawn, how frequently they spawn, how the AI operates, what level it's at, that kind of stuff. In short, it's the Warcraft 3 thing again, but even more, because instead of 2 difficulties, there are now 4. But I mentioned the AI, so already that's amazing. But the AI thing I mentioned is that the AI on casual is cranked absolutely down to minimum, which it should be. Easy mode should be easy. I've said that before. I've said that. I'll say that again, right? Easy mode should be easy. So casual is something my niece could play through without issues, and that's what it should be. In Wings of Liberty specifically, normal is kind of mean. Hard is very mean, and brutal is punching you in the face nonstop. Because all this is manually set, that was all kind of by design. They got some feedback about that, and so when Heart of the Swarm came out, that adjusted a little bit, and everything kind of went down a step. So normal became normal, hard became hard, and brutal kind of became hard. Or I'm saying that wrong. Normal became easy, hard became normal, brutal became hard. There we go. Because again, all this stuff is manually done. But the AI, so the AI in this game is something that, once again, kind of like the lip flaps, they designed their whole script for it. The AI in this game is kind of bonkers in how well designed it is. Little tiny things like the enemy can see that you're on approach only when you're in visible range, and then react to that based on what level of reactivity the AI is set to. The AI has the ability to change its reaction time, change its multitasking capacity. It can change how aggressive it can be. It can change how much it knows how to be efficient. It can change how it pulls from resources. It can change what kind of units it prioritizes. It can change what kinds of tech it prioritizes. It is kind of crazy, and is honestly probably the best enemy AI I've ever seen in a video game. So that's another just bucket of positives right there, just for the AI. But that's the other big thing the difficulty changes. It changes what that AI is set to. Because on casual, it's set to... And on normal, it's pretty much at normal. It will be able to react decently and strong. On hard, it has a whole lot of fun stuff. And on brutal, it's effectively going back to the era of the cheating AI. Because brutal AI has, in Wings of Liberty specifically, has no actual limits on how quickly it can react and how much it can multitask. It's extremely well-designed stuff. I don't know what else to add to that. This is an easy triple positive for both aspects of it. So, yeah. Let's just update the HUD really quick because we're up to 111 pluses to gameplay. But I want to show this off very briefly. So I'm going to hit replay brutal for Zero Outer really quick. We're going to ignore that. There's no story here. There's no story. Now I'm going to kind of deliberately not play well. So don't make fun when I'm terrible. No, I am going to deliberately play badly here. I just want to show this off. Look at that timer in the lower left, okay? That's going to be important. I'm just going to sit here. We're just going to sit here and chat for a minute. I guess I could throw those into the barracks. And by barracks, I mean bunker. They both start with a B. What do you want from me? No, but I kind of want to show off something specific. Notice these little tutorials pop up because there's a help thing, which is like, hey, this is how these things work. We'll actually talk more about that as we go through the campaign. There's the engineering bit. Yeah, this is going to beat D3, I think, in sheer terms of gameplay positives. It might not beat it on the golden number, because we will start getting to negatives at some point, I swear. One of those negatives will not be doodads. Look at this! Look at this! All of this is just wonderfully, beautifully brilliant. None of this has to be here. The cracked Earth from where this planet was charred previously by the Protoss, because this planet was charred previously by the Protoss. The random buildings, of which there are multiple different styles, several of which you can see are actually still functioning. They've got the lights on, they've got blinking things. They actually have air evacuating from the heating units.
Lock and load.
There's a street sign on the road. The road itself is cracked and unmaintained. There's just so much. There's so much. Okay, so that was the initial attack wave. That killed 2 of my Marines and pushed my bunker to half health. Now we're actually going to quit the game really quick. Let's hit this. Well, we haven't started the campaign yet, Ross. Now let's play it on casual. Cutscene doesn't exist. Once again, we're just gonna put these guys in the bunker. These guys in the bunker. Apparently you can change diff on restart, which is always cool. Like, okay, fine. They don't get credit for the Protoss thing. They're still gonna. I'm still gonna bucket some positives for Brickworks and Doodads because look at this insanity. See you around, Terra. Get some good rest. There's just a random Mohican ATV out there. The Mohican all-terrain vehicle. Where do you want to go today? There's a cruiser. The Varley Matheson 1500 low cruiser. Ride like the wind. There's Venters. I don't know what Venters' thing said. There's pallets of gas and minerals. We'll actually talk about that later. Is there no Protoss or Zerg base? I guess there might not be. Yeah, no, the flavor is through the roof. I'm going to have trouble figuring out how many positives I'm going to give. For the gas station. Do you see the gas station here? It's called Toshi's. Toshi Station. Get it? So Ventures is putting that. Hordes, Wildermyth, the Wing Commander block, and Triangle Strategy. Actually, I think it's supposed to be around Tashi Station. Fine, there. There's also more tutorials going on. That's cool. So they haven't even attacked us yet. Star Wars, Ghost Rider. I want to go down to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. There's cacti down there, you know. Like, I've seen better brickwork, but I don't think I've seen better doodads. So, like, this might be merely, like, a double positive brickwork, but, oh my god. Yeah, so, again, as I already said this, each map, each mission, is actually 4 separate missions with different timers, different triggers, different scripts. Where's better brickwork than this? Well, I mean, wow. But, I don't know. I mean, Ori and the Blind Forest 2 was really good. Also, Diablo 2 Remastered is probably actually the best brickwork I've ever seen. Also by Blizzard. They still haven't attacked us. Oh! Here we go. First attack. Now remember, they don't have different stats. But you notice how much longer it took for them to come here? Notice the units are literally moving slower. It's because they don't have an upgrade, the Zergling movement upgrade. You also notice the specific composition is different. No Hydralisks this time around. And they're deliberately spread out, so they can be funneled in. Last time we lost half of our bunker and 2 of our Marines. This time we lost nothing. Now, granted, that's casual to brutal. So that's the biggest gap I can show you. But I wanted to specifically show you, in action, the difference it makes playing on casual versus playing on brutal. Now, I'm going to be very honest. I entertained the idea of playing through these on brutal because I can. But
To anyone hearing this,
I don't think I'm going to. Because, and I've already said this game can be very mentally taxing, especially if you're playing on hard. I just demonstrated that. The best co-op mission that I did, like in terms of performance, was the one where I just let Terra talk, and I wasn't paying attention. So, you can be elitist all you want, Meadfist, about saying this isn't very hard, this is very bad, but you're not trying to keep up with chat while reviewing the game while playing the game. So, I'm not going to do that. We will be doing Wings of Liberty on normal, and I'm probably going to do the other 2 expansions on hard. That's likely where we're going to go with that. So. So that's difficulty, showcased properly. That's interface, that's options. I think that's everything other than the actual freaking campaign. I'm wrong, because there's also this screen. This is the tutorial. Plus to tutorial. I'm just gonna say that. We're just gonna give a plus to tutorial. It's actually a pretty decent tutorial. So back. So in order to do this, what we have to do is we have to start a new campaign completely. Which we're gonna go and do. We're gonna go and do normal on this one, like I said. Let's start the game.
They say a man never really knows himself.
15 pluses.
Until his freedom's been taken away. I wonder, how well do you know yourself?
The animation on this cutscene by itself is some of the most bonkers good animation I've ever seen in anything ever. And this came out 10 years ago.
Prisoner, step forward onto the platform.
Yep. I was actually sitting at work when I first saw someone's shaky camera footage of this cutscene from Korea. I forget the event.
Convict 626. Murderer. Pirate. Traitor. Today, you go free. But, as you'll soon learn, freedom has a price.
Combat suit sealed and locked.
You'll carry your prison with you. That armor will be your new cell. Make no mistake. War is coming. With all its glory. And all its horror. Mr. Findley, your freedom awaits.
Hell, it's about time.
Ten years. We waited a decade for this. We waited a decade for this.
And in other news today, Emperor Arcturus Mengsk held a press conference commemorating the end of the so-called Brood War some 4 years ago. Our own Kate Lockwell was on the scene.
Emperor, the threat of a new Zerg invasion is still very real. But instead of expanding our fleets, you've squandered trillions on hunting down has-been rebels like Jim Raynor.
Jim Raynor represents a clear and present threat to this dominion. He is an unscrupulous, lawless revolutionary bent on spreading fear and dissension across the sector. He and his ragtag band of miscreants have instigated open rebellion across 6 separate worlds and stolen vast amounts of dominion weapons and armor. This criminal will be brought to justice very soon.
It ain't over till it's over, you son of a bitch. Adjutant, are my troops ready yet?
Your forces are prepared and awaiting your orders, Commander. Uploading tactical data now.
Good. About time we kick this revolution into overdrive.
Yes, I do, von Falkenstein.
Backwater Station is the center of Dominion logistics on Marsara. Destroying Dominion authority here will cripple Emperor Mengsk's operations throughout the planet.
Yeah, so... by the way, you can change difficulty here on the fly, too, while we're at it. It's always nice. Also, it shows the new unit we're about to get, and you can mouse over to get some stuff. You know, that's cool. But we got to unpack a couple of things. Now, this isn't the lore run, so we're not going to go full hard on this. But I'm already going to jot down a dialogue negative, because some of the dialogue in this game is really bad. Just about time we kick this revolution into overdrive. What? Who's he saying that for? But what I love about that scene is everything that wasn't voiced. Did you catch the fact that it looks like he was legitimately considering suicide there? Just debating it. Didn't actually go there. Didn't actually go for it. But he thought about it. And that says everything it needs to say about our current situation. It's actually a really good establishing scene. Mengsk is in charge. He is being heralded as the hero of the Brood War. We know how long it's been because they mentioned this is the anniversary since the Brood War. We also mentioned that Mengsk focuses all his attention on Raynor, and Raynor looks like he is not doing great. He is in some dingy, rust-down bar by himself with alcohol, which he is guzzling, and a single revolver. Just, he's not doing great. And yeah, if he hadn't heard Mengsk and snapped out of it, he might have killed himself right then and there. Which I point out because it helps to indicate where he's been. It establishes the journey in between Brood War and here without actually having to tell us about it. So, brilliant. Freaking brilliant. Yeah, welcome to Rock Bottom. Population U. And yeah, he lost Phoenix. He lost Kerrigan. He lost his home, his family, his friends. He doesn't actually have much left other than, I would say, Horner and Swan are probably his only anchors at this point. And both of them aren't here right now. And that's always dangerous. Yeah, I guess Zeratul did leave him too, although Zeratul's at least alive. But you are quite correct. Oh yeah, thanks YouTube. Suicide! Alright, who's Artanis again? So now we got to talk about now we've got to talk about the actual cinematic cutscene, the cinematic opener. Let's get this out of the way. Chills. Even now, 10 minutes ago, chills. Just holy crap. It is kind of scary how good it is. I do think the Arcturus, the Mengsk voiceover detracts from it. I would honestly probably just have ejected that completely, because I think the scene speaks for itself pretty much perfectly. You literally do not need dialogue until Tychus's line, "Hell, it's about damn time." I'd go with Adam's family, but there's just no. Well, there's problems with that, Blade Javal. But I don't want to get too much into that. All right, so.
Adjutant, what do you got for me?
Dominion forces have set up a logistics headquarters in the town of Backwater Station. This has become the hub for all operations on Marsara. The Dominion recently pulled troops out of the city, and they are now under strength.
Are the locals cooperating?
The people of Backwater Station are known to be anti-Dominion, but they lack weapons and organization.
If I can take that headquarters away from Mengsk, it'll cripple him on this planet. Prep my ship.
Oh, absolutely, Venters. It's why the line is so iconic. It's in-universe and out. By the way, this mission is hard on Brutal.
All right, boys. Let's show the locals they don't need to fear the Dominion.
So,
what's up?
Let's talk about the Badlands tile set. It's good.
Commander, there are tutorial videos awaiting your review.
That's nice. God damn it. Well, let's talk about the tutorial.
To move a unit, you must first select it. Use your mouse and left-click on the unit to select it. Now that you have a unit selected, right-click on the ground to order the unit to move somewhere.
I'm not watching all these. But what I like about them is these are designed for people who've never played RTSs before. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but in many cases, I feel like a really good proper tutorial should be designed exactly like that. It's designed for someone who this is their first RTS, their first platformer, their first whatever, right? And honestly, the tutorials in this game do a really, really good job of getting someone used to how to control an RTS. So, yay. Absolutely. More tutorial positives. Positive, actually, but still. Okay, so, moving on.
Keep your intervals wide, your eyes open, and your asses covered. Let's move.
So, let's talk about... I'm sorry, there's actually another tutorial thing. It'll pop up with little things like this, which give you an idea of what hero units are, what marines are, what mechanics are, what controls are, what tips there are. We'll see some units, things. It actually says the kind of upgrades it gets. It says what they're weak against and strong against, but only based on what you're currently interacting with. There's a decently large amount of info here. But only if you start on a difficulty that is casual or normal. If you're on a higher difficulty, they assume you know what you're doing and do not do those pop-ups. I actually noticed that during the showcase earlier. Brickwork. So.
Time to man up. Raiders roll.
It's really good. It's really good.
You can count on me.
Ignore that dog who's running along with us. That's all scripted. So, I would say that I have seen... I'm just getting cynical in my old age. I would say I've seen better brickwork than this, like I said. But still, that's some good freaking brickwork. So we're just going to jot some thoughts down here about bricky work. So this is the Badlands tile set. But let's talk about doodads. It's so good, we might be giving doodad positives permission in some cases. So, look at this insanity. Really, take this in for a moment. So, first we've got the broken down bridge, which doesn't really mean much at first. And then we see just some power lines leading into town, it's showing civilization. And then we see some kind of a stop outpost, which currently has an alarm running. And a car which has exploded is on fire with some gore that's kind of smeared under the car. Then we see that several people have obviously abandoned these vehicles. There's little flaps of canvas on top of the back. That's always nice. Pretty much immediately after Diablo 3 and Starcraft 2, I would say, Sean. One of the buildings is on fire. There's a giant stop sign, just to make sure. And as you can see, the line keeps going. There's this little wolf. There's trees. There's canisters of nuclear waste.
Sounds like a plan. Time to man up.
There's an excavator, which is being left on auto. We're not even sure what it's actually doing there.
Don't go up that road.
Sounds like a plan. You can count on me.
Obedience is safety.
Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up.
Rainer. Kill him!
Sounds like a plan.
Crows picking at the corpses that fly away when you get too close. Watch your neighbors closely. God.
You can count on me.
Porta potties.
Time to man up. Sounds like a plan.
Keep a close watch on your neighbors. Descent will only slow our progress.
Commander, destroying the Dominion holoboards will help incite rebellion against the Dominion.
Bonus objectives.
I'm getting mighty tired of seeing Meng's face. Blast it. Just roll.
Corval is the heart of the Dominion.
But the common man is the heart of the future.
Time to man up. You can count on
I mean,
me.
Trek was there first, Ross, although not by
Raiders
much.
roll.
Actually, maybe it wasn't. When did Season 3 of DS9 come out?
You can count on me.
So, this is fun. Meg's Lies. Okay, just keep that in mind
Sounds
for a
like a
second.
plan. Time to man up. Where is everyone?
Hey, Mengsk, F, and that's all he got. This is brilliant, by the way. Look at that. Smeared paint going down off, and then there's the smeared paint on the ground, right next to the corpse of the person, and the spray can who was actually doing it. And yeah, Space Truckers over here. The Big Daddy Browder's Gas and Guns. When did StarCraft 1 come out? 98, right? Because if that's so, DS9, the DS9 Dominion beats the StarCraft Dominion by 2 years. Oh yeah, there's also a corpse in the hangar. Let's just ignore that one there. I already pointed out Tashi Station. It's, yeah. References.
Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll.
My neighbors. My family.
Time to man up.
It's okay, they're all dead.
This is starting to look ugly.
Or worse.
You can count on me.
Commander, a large Dominion force is gathering in the center of town.
Then it's time to call in that special delivery we talked about. Sounds like a plan. Break it down.
Armed and...
What's up?
Thanks for the assist. We're with you, Rainer.
Time.
Work hard. Stand proud. We must all sacrifice for the glory of the Dominion.
Man, I ain't trying for that. Oh yeah, viscerality is going to be through the roof, too.
Sounds like a plan.
That's Rainer.
No sacrifice is too great for safeguarding our communities.
You can count on me.
Notice the sacrifice line is right by the giant piles of body bags, which you'll notice are just being tossed into the pit. Yes, they are all the way down at the bottom there. So they're literally just throwing the corpses into the canyon.
Raiders roll.
I think Rainer would be... what's the big heavy style in Yakuza 0?
Time to man up. Raiders roll.
Your freedoms must be protected.
So there's more body bags.
This is bad.
But if you notice, there's also some people in front of that firing line. Well, there were people by that firing line. So yeah, they were just using people as target practice. That's always cute.
Time to man up.
Real men drill deep.
You can count on me.
Doc Adams, cyber implants.
Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up.
Yeah, in case you missed that, there's a line of benches just facing the firing line, because... Wait your turn.
You can count on me. Finally, there's the locals.
You'll all be given a meal when you reach the dig site. My brother went off to the mine last week. He disappeared.
We got a runner.
They're shooting civilians. Move in. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll. Time to man up. Sell me. Mengsk has a lot to pay for.
Thank you, Rainer. We knew you wouldn't forget us.
There's more people still being held up ahead.
I'll see to them. Raiders roll. Time to man.
Friends, with our official labor programs, everyone can help to build a better tomorrow.
Yeah, this is... not great.
You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan.
Marshal Rayner. Been a while since we saw you around here.
We're with you, Raiders!
You can count on me.
Labor redistribution mandates may require you to serve your term in areas all across the Dominion.
Time to man up.
This is a restricted area. You insurgents are under arrest.
We got your back, Rayner.
Multiple statues of Mengsk here, of course.
You can count on me. Raiders roll. Time to man up. What's up?
All of them, Eternus. All the statues.
I didn't think we could fight them, but we can.
Now you've got the weapons and the resources to do it. Remember, Mengsk can only control you if you let him.
I do like that it shows the achievements right there, right after you do it, too. Yeah, we lost 4 Marines. And they deserve to die. Yes, Ross. Alright, let's get back to Joey Ray's. Gotta get to my breakfast.
Sector. You ain't that hard to find. I had to see it for myself. Little Jimmy Rayner, the people's hero.
Tychus Finley. Nice suit.
Pays to be prepared.
I heard they put you on ice. Life sentence. What? To give you time off for good behavior?
That's right, old buddy. I'm a model citizen now.
So to what do I owe the pleasure?
Just a friendly business proposition. Do you even know what the Dominion are doing out here?
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
Digging up alien artifacts, old buddy. Your boy Mengsk has gone crazy for them. But I got a contact that'll pay top dollar for every artifact we liberate from the Dominion.
I guess I can hardly pass that up now. Can I, Tychus?
Partners, then. 60-40.
70-30. My way. Feels like old times already.
Old times.
Yeah, something's weird about that. I'm trying to figure out what. You pay Ray. Oh, yeah, actually, we're going to leave this like this because some actual copyright songs can hit that jukebox, and that's the last thing I want to deal with right now. I have an idea here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Raynor goes along with it. Pretty much because his life is kind of a hell right now. Like, I very much strongly believe that after helping those people, his first thought is, yeah, this isn't actually going to do anything, and I didn't actually accomplish anything. So this is all a waste of time. Ugh. Drink, drink, drink. And so Tychus offers him the chance to do anything, and is here as a friendly face, and Raynor probably just kind of goes with it, for lack of a better way to put it. It's like, oh, thank God, anything. That's true, we got some Insurgents killed. Yay. Cool. What's the thing called where there's black on the top and bottom of the screen to make it look like it's 16 by 9, but it actually isn't? There's a term for that, and I kind of need to know the exact term for that. Letterboxing, thank you. Well, it looks like the cutscenes are being weird. I noticed that during the missions, too. And if that's going to be an issue, we need to solve that now. It should, but the letterboxing is literally blocking part of the screen. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get rid of the game. Just nuke it. You can watch his ship back there. We're going to switch up to here. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and replay the cutscene we just saw. You can't see it. You don't get to see it. Death to you. And to the living. Whoops. Well, I hit the wrong button. That was a unique confluence. Time to play World of Warcraft. Oh, come on! So I accidentally exited the game because I went to click right after hitting escape, and the exit game was right under the mouse when I clicked. And now it's updating. Come on, game. Someone who is not evil, Czar. There we go. Let's try that again. gonna let this play for a minute. I know you can't see it. Seems to be normal. Alright, hang on. Gonna check one more
Thanks to
thing.
your actions, Mars.
Is it seriously not gonna let me? Okay, I can work with that. I like that. Marsara, recolonized, 2502.
Backwater Station is the center of Dominion logistics.
Blah, blah, blah.
Badge.
This should really only take about a minute to really test. Although we have to go through the whole mission again, so whatever.
All right, boys. Let's show the locals they don't need to fear. What's the plan? Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. Raiders roll.
Commander, there are tutorial videos awaiting your review.
On me. Keep your intervals wide, your eyes open, and your asses covered. Let's move.
Don't go up that road.
Are you sure, Magister? Because if you're seeing my screen, then something's very wrong.
Raiders roll. You can count on me. Time to man up. Sounds like a plan. I'm getting mighty tired of seeing Menk's face. Blast it.
Corhole is the heart of the Dominion, but the common man is the heart of the future.
Raiders roll. Sounds like a plan. You can count on me. Where is everyone? Time to man up. You can count on me.
My neighbors. My family.
This is starting to look ugly. Raiders roll.
Commander, a large Dominion force is gathering in the center of town.
Then it's time to call in that special delivery we talked about. Count on me.
By the numbers, boys.
Talk to me.
Thanks for the assist. We're with you, Rainer.
Work.
Time to man up. Sounds like
You heard him. Work.
10. That's Rainer, most wanted man in the Dominion. Aye, aye, sir. Affirmative.
Yeah, I'm doing some tests. I kind of do need to redo the entire mission anyways. So just give me a minute.
Your freedoms must be protected.
Keep your shirt on, Sparky.
This is bad.
You got it. Sure thing. Can't wait.
Raiders roll. Time to man up.
Oh yeah, skippable cutscenes, by the way.
Count on me. Raiders roll. Sell me. Break it down. Talk to me. Mengsk has a lot to pay for.
Thank you, Rainer. We knew you wouldn't forget us.
There's more people still being held up ahead.
I'll see to them. You can...
Marshal Raynor. Been a while since we saw you around here.
We're with you, Raiders!
I just got an achievement?
You can count on me.
Apparently?
This is a restricted area. You insurgents are under arrest.
We got your back, Raynor.
Me.
I know, Carolinas. I'm still just weirded out that they did that.
Sell me. Raiders roll. What's up? Talk to me.
I didn't think we could fight them, but we
That's
can.
what I thought.
Now you've got the weapons and the resources to do it. Remember, Minx can only control you if you let him.
Okay, that's strange. More of that. Let's see what happens if we do this. Okay, I gotta think about this. So what's happening, and I'm not 100% sure why, is it's positioning wrong when it comes to objects during cutscenes while in 5x4 mode, which is what we've been streaming in this entire time. The game obviously supports 5x4 mode. We've done a full day of streaming at this mode, but the cutscenes are weird. The positioning of them is off, and some people and some things are just kind of getting a little bit cut off. I guess we're going to live with that. I don't think it's like the end of the world, but that is a very strange thing. Here's the game again. Game. Game. Game! There you go. Well, I was actually already... I'm in the INI right now. It's how I was able to set it to an exact resolution. I don't see anything here that's related to that. That's why I decided to just do my own test and replay the mission and just see for myself if it was screwing up, which it was. The moment I went to full screen, which is why I wasn't showing it to you guys, everything worked just fine because full screen is 16:9. I already found absolutely nothing on Google about the letterboxing being weird. I saw a whole lot of people who are like, I want more letterboxing in my game, because proving that people are insane. Maybe changing this. We're just gonna play around with options at this point. We're going to test one last thing, just really quick. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we'll just live with it. Because, yeah, I think you're right, Rax. It could also be only a thing for Wings of Liberty, because all cutscenes are set manually in this engine. So... By the way, hi, Rex. A face I don't see as often as I'd like to. That sounds accusatory, but I don't mean it that way. You're doing well. So I hate to do this, but we're going to go through the same mission we just did again. It's okay. It should be obvious extremely quickly.
Backwaters.
Well, I hate to see Krenzler. That's just the end of the day right there. Nope, see it right there. Look at Raynor. You see how he's behind the letterbox? Immediate. That's what I'm talking about. So, considering how quick that is... Sorry, we're gonna do a little tech test here. Do I have like a... I do have an existing save. Oh, no, I don't. I have nothing. I have nothing. Yeah, that's why I was trying to find a way to just get rid of the letterboxing. So we should have a cutscene pretty much immediately here. Not that one. This one.
What are you
still doing it? Look at that.
Test, Valerian?
Look at that.
I told you. I don't remember.
Can anyone with better Google foo than me try to figure out getting rid of the frickin' letterboxing in the campaigns? Because what the crap? I'm just weirded out by that. We could go over to 16 by 9. I don't like to 16 by 9, but the other issue is in order to change out of 16 by 9, I have to manually change the resolution back to 16 by 9, which I can do. So this game, oh, speaking of which, need to give this a negative. It's actually already ran out of this. We actually have precedence for this. So check it out. Watch this. Watch this. For all the many options this game has, look at its resolution options. They're extensive, as you can tell, by virtue of the fact that they don't exist. When you're in windowed mode, you have to manually click and drag. There's no resolution options. Reduced violence is an option? No scaling? Sure. Oh, hang on. I've got the INI open right here. There's no scaling in the INI. I just prefer to play in 4x3 or 5x4. It's a great setup for me. I can see a huge chunk of the game, and I can still see chat, so it makes it easier for me. And it also means you get to see more of the game, and less of the game is kind of shrunk into the corner, which is what happens with 1609. Turn that on. Sure, whatever. Turn on anti-aliasing, whatever. Okay, hang on. NVIDIA control panel. That's apparently the level we're at here. Give me a minute. See you around, Baron. There it is. On the scaling tab, which definitely exists. There it is. Perform scaling on GPU instead of display. Apply. Whoa! That's... Yes, keep changes. Alright. Let's see if that did anything. And we might also have to restart the game, but you know, whatever. Again, it's like... I just keep restarting this mission over and over and over. I just really like this first mission, okay? What do you want from me? Let's see what happens. Either way, this is a negative, by the way. Okay, that did nothing. Let's restart the game. Listen, that's crazy talk, Ghost Rider. I don't know where your insanity for having a good idea comes from. But we don't allow good ideas around here. Yeah, so hang on. Let's go double check that that option is still where it should be. Just super quick. Nope, yep, okay, it is still exactly where it should be. So let's restart the game. No, that's WoW. No good ideas, Ghost Rider. You're fired. It's helpful that literally the first cutscene in the actual mission has the issue, so we can see very, very quickly. And thankfully, I'm running on the NVMe, and this game loads very quickly, so we can get right back into the mission in seconds. Whoops. Crap! I skipped the cutscene. No! Quick! Restart the mission. Restart the mission.
All right, boys.
Okay, so that's still super letterboxed. All right, so hang on. Hey, Eternus. How are things? Yeah, I've been muted this whole time. Just for you. All right, so hang on. So let's set it to no scaling at all. Let's just nuke scaling and see what happens. If this breaks my computer, I'm going to laugh. That actually did change a few things. Oh, geez. Okay.
Backwater.
All right, boys. Let's show the locals they don't need to fear the Dominion.
Didn't fix it. No scaling didn't fix it, and turning just scaling to GPU did not fix it. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, Epic, for the sub. Always appreciate. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to live with having a worse stream setup, because that's just kind of silly. Is that a 3? It is a 3-year club. Oh my gosh, thank you, Epic, for 3 years of support. And welcome to the 3-year club. I will put that anniversary sub towards Yakuza Kiwami 2, the Zelda block, whoops, the Zelda block, and the Resident Evil block. Done. Okay, so, I'm gonna ask an extremely stupid question. What's 1080p, like, in terms of numbers? 1290? Or 1920, I think? That's it. I know it's stupid, but I generally don't have that memorized, unlike 2048, which I use all the time. Oh god, that's so small. It's like half the size of what I was streaming in just a minute ago. I think it's literally less than half the size. Oh god. Alright, whatever. Let's at least see if the issue's there first before we adjust. I actually have another random idea, too, that I kind of feel like messing with.
Backwater Station.
Well, you can see the letterbox is just gone.
All right, boys. Let's show the locals they don't need to fear the Dominion.
Yep, nope. The moment you manually drag it, it just pulls that letterbox up. Look at that. What's the step up from 1080 in 16:9? Yeah, no, this is getting a negative. This is not good. $1440, that's the one. Thank you. I mean, that is a specific issue that I would be having even if I was playing this game not for the stream. That's kind of the definition here. But yeah, we are going to have to go up to here now. Ignore all those story positives, because those don't exist. I'm just going to get rid of all of that. All of that. Replace it with this. Nah, that's fine. It's fine. Nobody wants to see this brilliant, gorgeous game anyways, right? Right? Right. Okay. Emma. Little irritated. I hate streaming in 16:9. I only do it if I have no other choice. It just takes up so much less real estate, and then I've just got to kind of waste this section over here. Yeah, no kidding, Trip. I mean, at the least, you'd think they would patch it in later on. That'll have to do. Still a smaller screen than I was hoping for, but whatever. And we will go ahead and this, and this, and this. There. Yeah, it is hard to remember that this game came out a while ago. It's certainly very patched up, but it's not... I mean, it's still an older game. Alright. One last run through of this stupid mission. Although I think we actually have a save after it, but whatever.
Backwater Station.
So it's 5x4, which is... Oh, hang on.
All right, boys. Let's show the locals they don't need to fear the Dominion.
2048 by 1536 was the exact resolution I was doing. Alright, so, yeah, we did it. That's a good question, Rax. I don't know. Okay, so I believe... Yeah, okay, so we've seen this cutscene. So, back here.
This is Donnie Vermillion, live from the UNN studios on Core Hall. We've got a breaking story for you. Let's go live to our own Kate Lockwell on the fringe world of Marsara. Kate?
Thanks, Donnie. Rebel Jim Raynor has reappeared in a big way. He's attacked a Dominion depot near Backwater Station, seizing weapons and distributing them to the local populace.
Kate, I bet the locals are pretty nervous about having a notorious outlaw in their neighborhood.
Actually, Donnie, the people I talked to seemed really encouraged by
Kate. You heard it here first. Jim Raynor, terrorizing the locals on Marsara. When we return, are your kids using stim packs?
Keep talking, pal. I'm just getting started.
Yeah, pay attention if you can to the news ticker. There's actually relevant stuff there.
Sarah. Sometimes I think it would have been better if you just died that day.
I mean...
This looks recent. This your doing, Jimmy?
Folks in these parts are ready to fight back against Minsk. Guess they just needed a little push.
You still take this whole revolution thing pretty serious, then?
Everyone needs a hobby, Tychus. Call me curious, but how'd you get out?
Well, I busted out of my cryo freezer while they were transporting me to New Folsom. Oh, I must have killed at least a dozen guards with my bare hands.
Yeah, I've heard this one before. But you left out the part where you walked on water and made off with the warden's daughter.
Don't you get uppity with me, boy. I heard all about you becoming a big-time freedom fighter while I was away. What happened, Jimmy? The war for truth and justice get too much for you?
I ain't licked yet, Tychus. And I promise you, Minsk is going down, one way or another.
And not to point it out, but did you notice that Tychus didn't answer the question?
What is this swill?
Thanks to your actions, Marsara is now in a state of open revolt against Arcturus Minsk. Ex-convict Tychus Findlay has revealed the Dominion came to Marsara to excavate an alien artifact. Seizing the artifact will strike another blow against the Dominion and generate funds from selling it to Findlay's mysterious contacts.
Oh yeah, now we get access to the healer. We've already talked about the medic, but it's still the medic. We'll do some pissed sounds, I swear.
This old outpost don't look like anything special.
Keep your shirt on, son. Dominion engineers been digging out here for months. See that crane? They're getting ready to move the artifact they found off-world.
Well, I'll be damned.
See? You gotta have a little more faith, Jimmy.
All right. Time to give the Dominion a wake-up call. Let's smash that base and haul that baby out of there.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's mid-mission checkpoints now. Pretty much at every major turning point in the mission, so there's another gameplay positive.
Commander, additional tutorials are available for you to review. Not enough minerals.
We'll need a lot more Marines before we take on the Dominion outpost. Train them up at the barracks. While we're at it, extra SCVs will help us harvest minerals faster. Train them up at the command center.
Yeah, I've played the game before, thanks.
SCV ready.
I get it. There's the tutorials.
Big job, huh?
Still support them existing. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these early missions on Brutal are really, really hard.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Honestly, the third mission is absolutely just teeth punching on Brutal.
Not enough minerals.
Which I started to show off and didn't really finish.
Not enough minerals.
Oh my god.
SCV ready.
As I have proven, because I have the achievement for it, I have finished the third mission on Brutal. I was going to go for the optional objective, you know, the achievement, which you'll notice I don't have. The optional objective only requires hard, but I thought I could do it on Brutal. I was wrong. I'm not too proud to admit that. I really want to finish all the achievements someday. I've only got like 8 left. That's right, I forgot to do Rainer's pissed quotes. Sorry. Yeah, let's grab that.
Lovely. Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Commander, a large Dominion force is gathering in the center of town.
Then it's time to call in that special delivery we talked about. Raiders roll. You can count on me.
Thanks for the assist. We're with you, Rainer.
Talk to me. Sell me. What's up? What's the plan? My dad raised me right. Tried to, anyway. I've seen a lot of good lives wasted. I always come through in a pinch. Everybody's got to believe in something. I don't mind a reasonable amount of trouble. Koprulu. Love it or leave it. Yippee-ki-yay. A country boy can survive. You don't mess with the bourbon cowboy. Yeah, I sure could use some Scotty Bulger's old number 8. I got friends in low places. Break it down.
A lot of piss quotes now, by the way.
Been waiting on you. By the numbers, boys. Armed and ready. You gonna give me orders? Man, still stuck in this chicken shit outfit. Kiss my ass. Whatever I do, they keep bringing me back in. This is my C-14 Impaler Gauss rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. I came here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of... Oh, forget it. The only thing you should feel when you shoot someone is the recoil. You ever notice that nobody ever comes back to the barracks? This one time in boot camp... Excuse me, I got a burp. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Who wants some?
Nobody ever goes back to the barracks.
By the numbers.
SCV ready.
No way. But yeah, the adjutants are much more obviously robotic now around. They're actually a new model. We will see an old model adjutant later. Yeah, we're probably going to be more positives for Pissed this time around. I was actually thinking about that going to StarCraft 1, because StarCraft 1 only had, like, a few decent Pissed things. Not really all that many. Like, and then I was thinking specifically of Warcraft 3, which has much better Pissed lines.
SCV ready.
We might actually be doubling up on positives this time around. Yeah, the adjutant really loves showing off what's underneath her face. She does it all the time. Look at that.
SCV ready. Big jump. Bat in the rear with the...
One of my favorite tidbits, when... Yeah, no kidding, my Corona. One of my favorite tidbits about this game is that when I started actually doing my brutal playthrough of Wings, it was like, make sure to do the missions in this exact order, so you gain access to some units which are more useful for other missions than otherwise, because each new mission, pretty much all of them, gives you a new unit, which, and you can do the missions in multiple orders. There's actually a lot of different orders you can do the missions in. So, in some cases, it's just straight up objectively better to do this mission to get this unit, so you can use them on these missions, stuff like that. You don't have to really worry about that on casual, or even normal, really. But honestly, even from hard onwards, you might want to think about that.
Huh? What's going on? Go ahead.
Additional supply depots required.
Move it.
God damn it. I was trying to see pissed sounds. Alright, whatever.
We hear you. In the rear with the gear.
Huh? Ah! You scared me! What's going on? Gotcha!
Self-destruct in 5, 4, 3,
Uh-oh.
2.
I can fix anything. If this dang thing holds together. Hear me, baby? Hold together. Bad news?
Damn it, I got overridden.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Big job, huh? SCV ready. Say, you got a real pretty mouth. Oh, my cousin Lester saw a Zergling once. On the CB, they call me Big Drill. Hey, I want to hear some free Zerg! My cow died last night, so I don't need your bull. Gotcha!
Self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2.
And that's all.
In the rear with the gear. Bad news? Yep.
Yeah, you remember Lester? There's a lesser type of Zerglin, Lester. They wouldn't be this far out if not... Oh, crap.
Ah! You scared me!
Vespine geyser required for placement.
Huh? SCV ready. Sure thing. Uh-huh.
I love you, Sarge.
The doctor is in.
I love the response.
SCV ready.
So, medics.
Standing by. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. Need some triage? You rang? Call me when the swelling goes down. On second thought, just call me.
SCV ready.
Here's some lotion, a comb, and a blowtorch. Good luck.
God damn it. She's getting overridden by the reaction sounds.
Where does it hurt? Is it critical? Standing by. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. Ooh, looks like that hurt. Next. For the last time, this is not a stripogram. Can I see your insurance card? Ooh, I'm sorry. This was a pre-existing condition. That's the worst infestation I've ever seen. Next time, stay away from the cantina. There's a Protoss here who needs mouth-to-mouth... Ooh, well, mouth-to something. If I do this wrong, it'll hurt a little. If I do it right, it'll hurt a lot. Ooh, let's just skip the medical history and go right to the next of kin. Operation complete. Now, where did I leave my watch? Damn it, I'm a medic, not a doctor. Oh. I've got leftovers. I don't even know where these go. Congratulations! You're my first patient. Ever. Call me when the swelling goes down. On second thought, just call me.
Ah! You scared me!
Archimedes. No, it's filthy in there.
Where does it hurt?
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Bad news? Yep.
Who doesn't love Star Trek? Wait, don't answer that question.
Doctor is in.
SCV ready.
Yeah, actually. I'm not 100% sure why you would add a rally point. Or waypoints to rally points, but you can. Oh, no, I understand. Never mind. Although, I'm curious what happens when an SCV has this order.
The doctor is in.
It looks like he's totally ignoring that. Which makes sense, because he was ordered a mineral first, and then he's just going to mineral until he's not. But yeah, I can do this, for example.
All right, let's move out and take it to him. We've got to clear this.
Come on, do laps, do laps. Let's go, let's go.
Huh?
Work off that flab.
The doctor is in.
SCV ready.
Armed and ready.
Commander, the Dominion is attacking the rebel base to the southwest.
Good. That'll keep the Dominion off our backs.
Those folks need our help, Tychus. There's no way we're leaving them to rot.
The doctor is in.
By the numbers, boys. Gangway, coming through. Who wants some? Booyah! Roger that. Will do.
The doctor is in.
She's been waiting on you. 10-4. Of course. This better be good. Can't wait. Go, go, go! Outstanding. Aye, aye, sir.
Well, you guys sure are a welcome sight. But we're with you. Just tell us where you want us.
Welcome aboard, boys.
By the number.
It's Rayner's boys.
Rayner's the man.
Gonna give me orders? Who wants some? Sure. Will do.
Huh? Yeah. It's your dime. We'll butter my biscuit.
Been waiting on you. Roger that.
Well, we don't actually have the reactor yet, which is why I haven't even talked about it yet.
This better be good. Orders received.
Marines are just as good as they were in Starcraft 1, so they're probably going to be a positive by themselves.
Of course.
Medics are just as good as they were in Starcraft 1. Well, that's actually not true. They have a couple of variances. But still, medics are still also... This is one of the rare RTSs where every unit might actually get a positive. Like, I think the ones that don't will be the exceptions, not the rules.
Who wants some?
We're not on casual difficulty. God damn it.
Bad guys are that away.
By the gangway, coming through. Keep your shirt on, Sparky. Yes, sir.
Good night, 040.
Warning. Dominion aliens approaching.
Nah. Affirmative. I'm on it. Aye, aye, sir. I want a piece of me, boy.
Nice job cleaning out that bunker, Jimmy. Between your boys and my skills, we are gonna go a long way together.
Will do.
Unfortunately, the... Yeah, what skills? Where are you, Tychus? I need you on the field. Unfortunately, the... I would never review this on casual difficulty because, A, it actually has proper difficulty options, which is usually my main complaint about reviewing a game on hard. And B, it would kind of be non-indicative of the mission design, for lack of a better way to put it. I suppose I could turn it up to hard and then turn it back down to normal when we get to this crazy missions.
You got it. Looking forward to it. Been waiting on you. Of course.
Crane controls accessed. Decrypting security overrides. Crane control established.
Beautiful. Now let's reel that sucker in and get out of here.
We lost one unit and all that. Up.
Oh, man. Didn't the magistrate here know he was hiring an arch criminal as his marshal?
He was counting on it. Guess my tough guy reputation kept things nice and quiet around here. All the time I wore that badge, I never had to shoot anybody.
Well, where's the fun in that?
Thanks for staying with us. Let's go now to Kate Lockwell with an update on Jim Raynor's violent uprising.
Thanks, Donnie. Raynor's clearly widening his list of targets. He's attacked a Dominion archaeological dig and possibly seized a dangerous alien artifact.
Emperor Mangsk spoke on this subject earlier today.
There's no telling what kind of havoc these supposedly innocuous relics might wreak upon our worlds. Anyone found in possession of these items will be dealt with to the fullest extent of the law.
Look on the bright side, partner. You're a wanted man either way.
Thanks, Tychus.
Shocking, Kate. I imagine civilian casualties were high as a result of Raynor's terrorist actions.
Actually, the only civilian deaths appear to be collateral damage from overzealous Dominion security force.
Thanks, Kate. You heard it here first. Jim Raynor, killing women and children on Marsara.
Have to say, Jimmy, you turned into a real impressive fighter. If I was old Minsk, I'd be running scared from you too.
You really mean that, Tychus?
Nah, I was just kidding.
So, these are the obvious things, but do you see that little piece of stained paper that looks like it was drawn by a kid with a guy with a cowboy hat and a pistol that says, "Thank you, Marshal Raynor"? Little details. Little details.
What's this? I heard them Zerg got burned out by them creepy Protoss a few years back.
It's been 4 years and they're still finding burrowed dens out in the wastelands.
Well, a trophy like that's gotta fetch a good price on the black market. Up for some hunting, partner?
Knock yourself out, Tychus. Me? I've hunted enough Zerg for 2 lifetimes.
Ain't that the truth?
What was it like, Jimmy? Fighting them Zerg?
All the scrapes we were in back in the day, all the narrow escapes, none of it compares to how terrible they are, Tychus. You don't know what real fear is till you got 1,000 of these sons of bitches barreling down on you. So who's your mysterious buyer, Tychus? Who are we supposed to hand this artifact over to?
A bunch of eggheads I ran into called the Mobius Foundation.
Mobius? They're a legitimate research group. Why the hell are they talking to you?
Soon as your boy Minsk made it illegal to trade in alien goods, they got desperate. And you know me, Jimmy. I am a great patron of the sciences.
You earn credits. You can spend credits on upgrades. We'll get to that later. But yeah, that's what optional objectives get you, among other things. Speaking of which.
With the artifact secure, you need to wait for transport at Backwater Station before you can leave Marsara. Transportation is on the way. Caution is advised. Dominion security forces may succeed in tracking the artifact to the station.
So, yes, it actually is little. So we're going to go and push that up to hard. I can and have done this on brutal. I'm not sure anybody wants to watch me sit here for 20 minutes and then fail. But before I do any of that, I actually need a drink. I will be right back.
I've got transport coming to pick us up. All we gotta do is sit tight.
Don't sound too hard. I figure we earned ourselves a little R&R.
Commander, I'm detecting a massive concentration of Zerg biosignatures landing at the abandoned dig site.
I should have known it. Damn you, Tychus.
I swear, man, I didn't know nothing about no Zerg.
Given their current course, the Zerg will overrun this location within the hour.
Hell, we gotta hold out long enough for extraction. If we man the bunkers and hold those two bridges as long as we can, we just might stand a chance. We're gonna have a real fight on our hands here.
I've been in plenty of holdouts before.
Not against the Zerg, you ain't.
I mean, honestly, I don't think Tychus knew the Zerg were coming. There's no reason for him to.
What's going on?
So, We actually have an achievement on this mission I'd like to grab. So we'll see how we do.
Who wants some? Armed and ready.
I'm gonna try.
SCV ready.
The achievement is knock out 4 bases, I do believe. Doesn't tell me, does it? Oh, it does, right here. Yeah, destroy 4 hatcheries. I've never grabbed.
Big job.
Add-on.
SCV ready.
It's true, Bobanix. He changes his tone. Very obviously. It's funny because I do the same thing. You can always tell I'm being sincere based on my tone. Right now we're just kind of chilling, enjoying the ambiance.
SCV ready.
Yeah, we finally have reactors.
SCV ready.
Here they come. Lock and load.
Huh? Ah! You scared me.
Base is under attack.
SCV ready.
No roach still. No, Eternus. That's Krait's talk.
Want some?
No need to slog it down.
Get some SCVs repairing those bunkers.
SCV ready.
Also, I'm not sure which all achievements I'm missing while we're on the subject.
Well, butter my biscuit.
Oh, he...
Yep.
Sure.
To anyone hearing this message, we're pinned down near Backwater Station. Please assist.
Affirmative.
In the rear with the gear. Uh-huh. Yeah. SCV ready.
I feel ya. Been waiting on you.
SCV ready.
Armed and ready. Of course.
Yeah, this mission basically does everything the previous Hold the Line mission did, but better in every way. The one from Starcraft 1, I mean. Even though it's a direct reference to it.
I feel ya.
Which is going to be a common trend, by the way.
This better be good.
Additional supply depots required.
We could use some help here.
Multiple air bogies detected. ETA, right the hell now.
Is under attack.
Well, butter my biscuit. Big job, huh?
The doctor is in.
Okay. So we just lost. That's my fault for completely spacing. I actually honestly just spaced for a minute there.
What's going on?
No.
Who wants some? You gonna get me
SCV ready.
Roger that. Actually, you know what I could do?
This better be good.
Right now.
That's fine. Of course.
SCV ready.
Been waiting on you. Who wants some? You gonna give me orders? I feel ya. Orders.
SCV ready.
By the numbers, boys. Armed and been waiting on you.
SCV ready. Yo. Yep. Yeah. SCV ready.
Here they come! Lock and load!
Not enough minerals.
Who wants some? Out.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
You got it. Outstanding. You gonna give me orders?
To anyone hearing this message, we're pinned down near Backwater Station. Please assist. Thought we were gunners there.
How'd you know we were gonna be here? You know.
By the numbers.
SCV ready.
Notice we don't get the free SCV, by the way, because we actually lost the bunker that time.
Huh? In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
We hear you.
Who wants some?
Yeah, exactly, Eternus. No way around it that I'm aware of, but it's whatever.
SCV ready.
It's not the end of the world.
Can't wait. Why not? Oh yeah. Orders received.
SCV ready.
You got it. Keep your shirt on, Sparky.
Multiple air bogeys detected. ETA, right the hell now.
Outstanding. Of course. Roger that.
Get some SCVs repairing those bunkers.
Hey, free SCV.
Huh?
I'll take it.
This better be good.
Hey, Captain Zeus.
Base is under attack.
Sure.
Where are you going next? You're going over there.
Affirmative.
You know, we want to turret up pretty badly.
What's going on? Huh? I'm going. It's your dime.
You gonna give me orders? Sure.
In the rear with the gear. Yes, sir. Yo. Yep.
Add-on complete.
Who wants some? You gonna been waiting on you. By the numbers, boys. You got it.
You notice they actually specifically put out civilian buildings to slow the enemy forces down, just to give you a little bit extra spotting range and also time to prepare for an oncoming assault. Just little touches like that.
We're getting tore up out there. We gotta fall back to high ground.
Mayday, mayday! We're trapped by the Zerg! They're burrowed all around us! If you can reach us, please help!
Yeah, we can make that happen right quick. Actually, no.
Gangway. Who wants some?
Not yet.
Huh? Ah! You scared me!
The doctor is in.
Yeah, bunkers with no upgrades just are not going to manage what they need to on their own in this map.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Add-on complete.
Like you do.
SCV ready.
Armed and ready.
SCV ready. Go ahead. Will do.
That's really strange. That's all.
SCV ready.
Go, go, go! Been waiting on you.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Why not?
After this attack, we're going to counter push slightly. Just slightly. I don't want to run into that line with anything less than these 2 bunkers. Honestly, I would have rather had many more bunkers than this, but we're still working on that.
Our allies are being attacked.
SCV ready.
Yep, that's escalating problem.
Been waiting on you. Orders received.
They're attacking the light posts. Those monsters. These are truly our monsters.
Our allies are being attacked.
Is it critical?
Who wants some? Gangway, coming through. Yes, sir. Man, are you a sight for sore eyes? Hold up, we're coming with you. Booyah. Armed?
Bad news?
You want a piece of me, boy?
Yeah.
This better be good. By the numbers, boys.
Oh, absolutely, Zekta.
Is under attack.
A Starcraft game, or Starcraft, listen to me, Star Wars game in this manner would be awesome.
Been waiting on you.
Ah! You scared me!
Who wants some? Armed and ready.
The doctor is in.
Keep at it, boys. A ride's on its way.
I don't think we're going to manage the optional. No, the checkpoint, by the way. Do you notice the checkpoint there? Just point it out, StarCraft 1.
Add-on complete.
The doctor is in.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Where does it hurt?
No, they definitely do, Sid Gregor. The AI uses much smarter enemy targeting. The higher up the difficulty is.
The doctor is in.
Gangway.
So the reactor can produce.
You ready?
We need immediate support. Hostiles all around us.
2 units simultaneously. I can also just queue up building multiple units at the same time. To double, obviously, based on the aforementioned. So getting out units quicker and faster, but also more expensive. Better throughput, in other words.
Go, go, go!
Also limits variety. You can't build most of your super units. You need the other thing for that. So you can build super units slower, or you could build regular units faster. Obviously, the ideal is both, which is what we're doing, if you're paying attention. Whoop, whoop, I forgot you were there.
Affirmative.
Nice and steady. Nice and steady. Okay, I need you to hold for a second. Can you hold for a second? Cool, thank you.
Thanks for the assist. We're with you, Rainer.
I've got 8 minutes. I don't think I have a big enough force.
Outstanding. You want a piece of me, boy?
I really don't.
You're the boss.
Armed and ready.
You notice I'm not attacking.
Gangway, coming through.
What's going on?
The doctor is in.
Big job, huh? Bad news?
Base is under attack.
Gotcha. SCV ready.
You want a piece of me, boy? Gangway, Coming through.
The doctor is in.
SCV ready.
Armed. Who wants
I
some?
love the sea of blue. I feel like I'm playing the Ultramarines.
The doctor is in.
This better be good.
SCV ready.
A few more seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and save pretty much right here.
Okay.
And then we're going to be stupid.
Way. Coming through.
The doctor is in.
Armed and ready.
Let's see how we do. We've got 5 minutes. So this is a run and gun.
Affirmative. I'm on it.
Do notice that the Zerg aren't just attacking you, but they're actually advancing, building, getting creep on the ground, getting more complex units the longer the mission goes on, getting more upgrades the longer the mission goes on. We should be fine. We should be fine. I'm just going to trust that the base is okay. Base number 1.
Aye, aye, sir.
Do that.
10-4. Oh, yeah.
Hold out just a little longer. We'll be getting out of here soon.
Oh, stop getting so distended. Go over here.
Field depleted.
Come on, come on, come on.
This better be
1. A minute.
Will do. Been waiting on you.
Mineral field depleted.
Yeah, you notice we're just running out of minerals by the end of the mission, by the way.
We could use some help here. Oh, yeah. I feel you. Looking forward to it.
This is 2. I don't remember where the other one is. I think it's upper right. Might actually manage that.
Yes, sir. Gangway. Coming through.
Let's get out. Get out, get out, get out, get out.
Go, go, go!
Nope, nope, nope. Not far enough. Not far enough.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Yep, yep. That's life.
Coming through. Roger that. By the number.
Better send some body bags.
Sure.
3 minutes left.
That's fine.
Okay, just wrong.
Yes,
just
sir.
wrong. Oh, I'm wrong.
Affirmative.
I mean, Blizzard has been the kings of hold the line missions for literal decades. This mission on Brutal really is exactly as horrible as whatever you're picturing. It's insanity.
By the numbers, boys.
I've only actually done it on Brutal once.
Me orders?
I'm pretty proud of that, to be honest. So we're gonna get one more save here.
Keep your shirt.
We're gonna head over to this southern base to the left.
Sure.
Mineral field.
Yeah, left looks easier and closer, so we're gonna lunge for that.
Orders received.
Additional supply depots required.
What?
Of course.
Sure.
Additional supply depots required.
Who wants some? We could use some help here. Got it.
Jesus.
Yes, sir.
That's a grinder.
Additional supply depots.
That's a grinder. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That is 2 very well placed, whatever the hell those are, spine crawlers. A lot of range up that hill. Get up there, get up there.
Who wants some?
The doctor is in.
But if we can live through this charge, we've actually got it.
Attack.
Oh my god, there's a Nidus Canal right there. We're that, yeah, okay, so, load. Take 2. Let's try that again.
Aye, aye, sir.
Let's wait for the reinforcements. Yeah, taking ramps is still mean, it's just not as mean as it used to be, because, you know, fun. Let's scout the northern one. Just for the heck of it, you know?
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah, shut up.
Been waiting on you.
Additional supply depots
Oh god, that's a
required.
lot of spine crawlers.
Affirmative. I feel you. Of course. That's fine. Go, go, go! Why not?
And how it's mean because the AI is actually worth a damn. And just general terrain.
Base is under attack.
Oh, that looks even meaner.
Armed and ready.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening either. Alright, I think we could manage the lower left. We're gonna make one more shot at this.
Keep your shirt on, Sparky. Who wants some? Go, go, go!
That was not a small amount of Hydras.
We could use some help here. What's going on?
Additional supply depots required.
Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required.
So we're luring out some lings. That's actually good.
Orders received.
We want to pull them away from that ramp and from the range of those spine crawlers. Come on down here. Party's down here. Party's down here.
Additional supply depots required.
Oh, nope, too close, too close.
Additional supply depots required.
God, they just keep coming.
Orders received.
Guess that's the point.
Additional supply depots required.
Nidus is already kicking out stuff.
The doctor is in.
That's not happening. We're just falling apart way too fast. I was too slow. God damn it. Whatever.
Roger that. Gangway coming through.
I fall for sucking.
This better be good.
Mineral field. Additional supply depots required.
You gonna give me orders?
Additional supply depots required.
I feel like she's trying to tell me something. I don't know.
Huh? Go ahead. Bad news. In the rear with the gear.
Additional supply depots required.
I'm on it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that SCV's stuck on the wrong side of the line. You got this. Stand first for the Dominion. Yeah, I could, but I'd rather let him die, little Billy. Death to SCVs.
That's fine.
The doctor is in.
I'm actually mad about that.
Base is under attack.
Commander, this is Matt Horner. Just hold on. Cavalry's on the way.
Magistrate! Oh, thank God.
No rush.
The doctor is
Armed and ready. Looking forward. Who wants some?
Base is under attack.
Yeah, once we hit the Nidus phase, the pressure is non-stop. Just completely non-stop.
Base is under attack.
This is much worse than brutal. Like, we've won. Like, the mission's in lock at this point, but... Man.
Cavalry's arrived. Anyone still alive down there?
Good to see you, Matt. Welcome to the party.
Glad we made it in time, sir. Now let's get you boys out of there.
Yeah, we haven't gotten the custom Hyperion thing yet. I think that doesn't show up until Heart of the Swarm.
Damn, Jimmy. You've been holding out on me.
Cutting it pretty close there, Matt.
Never left you hanging before, sir.
Fair enough. Just get us the hell out of here.
All batteries, concentrate forward firepower. Spin up drives 2 and 6. All hands brace for warp jump on my mark. Mark.
I love how they visualize warp jump.
What the hell happened? We ain't seen the Zerg in years. Why attack Marsara now?
It's not just Marsara. You need to see this.
Zerg Swarm launched a full-scale attack.
Devastation spread throughout all Outer Rim planets. Sustained heavy losses.
Casualties in the billions.
Minutes ago, the Zerg attacked a Dominion military research facility.
Sweet mother of mercy.
New exclusive video footage confirms the Queen of Blades is in fact leading the swarm.
We always knew she'd be back, but what's she after?
She's come to finish the job.
More trailer line fodder. Good cutscene regardless, though.
There's no telling what the Zerg will throw against us this time. Sir, we need to make sure our hardware and munitions are up to the challenge.
Yeah, I'll check in with Swan down the armory. Knowing him, he's already got upgrades for us.
I hate to ask, sir, but is there a reason that convict's still on my bridge?
Easy, Matt. Tychus is one of my oldest friends. He helped me out of a real bind a few years back. I owe him.
Well, your friend has a criminal record as long as...
Mine? Believe me, if Tychus Finley wanted me dead, I'd be dead already.
Understood, sir.
Quite a bit, Venters. The Hyperion... You know how the Millennium Falcon is a very, very customized YT-2300? The Hyperion is a very customized freaking battlecruiser.
Sir, any chance you'll get the lab up and running soon? That'd be great.
Yeah, Stepman... hang on. Random thought. Stepman. Don't do drugs. Okay, cool.
Just how bad is it, Matt?
Zerg are attacking all over the sector, sir. Mengsk pulled the fleet back to protect the Dominion core worlds, leaving the fringe worlds to fend for themselves. It's a nightmare.
There's no way we can stop an alien invasion with one capital ship and a handful of volunteers.
Best we just stay clear, partner. We can earn ourselves a fortune working for Mobius while this whole thing blows over.
You don't get it, convict. This isn't gonna just blow over. The Zerg won't stop until we're all dead.
Don't worry, Matt. We ain't sitting this one out. But we're not exactly in tip-top shape either. We'll earn some cash and build up our forces so we can make a difference when it counts.
Yeah, by the way, notice the wolf motif. That's because this was originally Mengsk's ship.
One hell of a ship you got here, Jimmy. How'd you get a hold of a floating palace like this?
The Hyperion was Mengsk's flagship back in the day. Me and Matt decided to borrow her when we parted company with him.
Back when he was the magistrate.
He's seen us through some tight spots.
Speaking of tight spots, Tychus, why are you still wearing that suit on my bridge?
Yeah, what'd you bust the zipper or something?
Okay, so I might have had a little help when I broke out of prison. Let's just say it came at a price. I get to stay locked up in this suit till I pay off all my debts.
And who's collecting those debts? Who sprung you?
They're Mobius boys, of course. I didn't just run into them in a museum, you know. They want them artifacts something fierce.
Your debts better not bite us in the ass, Tychus. Covering for your shenanigans ain't part of the deal.
And again, immediate tonal dissonance between how he says the truth and a lie. So, yeah, that's where you can go get some bonus objectives, all kinds of fun stuff like that. I love this bridge, by the way. Originally, there was going to be a point-and-click adventure game in Wings of Liberty. I'm not joking. Where you could run around and do little side quests and have like a whole little mini arc of trying to properly pay the crew, and they would mutiny if you could get the money for them, and blah, 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 blah. They axed that, but that's why so much of the click so many things feature is still a thing in Wings of Liberty.
Hey, everybody, our glorious leader has returned. Hey, man, what's up, cowboy?
What do you got for me, Swan?
The usual, building up our standing forces.
Bringing my troops and hardware up to speed, huh?
Yup, you can add upgrades for their tech right here on the console. But building an army on the run ain't cheap. You brought back credits this time, right?
Look, I know money's been tight, but that artifact we just picked up from Marsara is gonna solve everything.
Yeah, I've heard that before, brother.
It's different this time.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
Well, unfortunately for Swan, it really is different this time.
Upgrading what we got is all well and good, but when are we getting new hardware? A lot of gaps in our inventory right now.
Sometimes we take a job with some kind of new hardware, and I get a schematic for it so we can make more of them. The plans for other stuff, we gotta either beg, borrow, or steal.
So let's go ahead and get the combat shields for medics. Or, this is actually for Marines. Another upgrade we can get. Medics heal faster and use less energy per heal, or they can be built from a reactor barracks. We can also set up the bunker, increase the range of units in the bunker, or bunker gains 2 additional slots, which is practically mandatory, so we're going to go for that one. There's all these cost credits, and if I'm not mistaken, you can't get every upgrade per one run of the campaign. I think, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure you have to pick? I shouldn't say that. Hang on, let's find out, because I'm going to get this one. Okay, you don't have to pick. You can get both of them. Yeah, so, right, so it's the Zerg campaign where you have to pick. My bad. Yeah, you don't have nearly enough to get everything. That requires multiple playthroughs. But this is a plus immediately, just because it has that little tutorial thing, which we've talked about before. Which is the showcasing. Here's exactly what the upgrade does. Okay. Nice little video showcasing it, plus the gameplay. It's not quite at the level of Devil May Cry's 5's Insanity or Mega Man 11's. It's still good, plus the gameplay. That's true, Theodoricus. This is probably going to be a double replay game. It probably can't be a triple, but it's probably going to be a double. Anyways. So, yes. Look at the range of the bunker. I didn't give any drugs to the Marines, Venters. I didn't do it. We're cool here. Alright, whatever. Yep, that's how that works. Back to the bridge. So this is where we can actually replay cutscenes, and we can replay missions, We can also replay missions at different difficulties just to play around on that. Now that's interesting. So I have beaten 0 Hour on Brutal. In fact, I proved that a few minutes ago, but it looks like this is codifying that negative. It looks like the fact that we started a new campaign has erased my previous best times. Because you'll notice both casual and brutal, it says I've never completed when I absolutely have. I wonder. Is there like an achievement that tracks that? Might not be. God damn. It's the only one I'm missing for the Marcera Mastery, too. I think you're right, Trip. I just don't remember how to, like, show that again. Unless this is it right here. Okay, yeah, there's tracking. That is not as many missions as I've beaten on this game on Brutal. Why does that only show 2? Whatever, I'm not gonna question it. Although now I'm curious, what's it show for wings? Or not wings, well, it's only gonna show me wings. Swarm. Story. Brutal. 0? Bull crap! Okay. Hang on. What? Void, I know we didn't do Brutal. But I have done... Hang on. I'm getting irritated now. There's, I am missing way too many objectives there. Oh. Whatever. I'm gonna let that go. What time is it? It's getting late.
What's our general status, Matt?
We've picked up a distress call from the planet Agria. There's a colony there under attack by the Zerg. Your convict buddy Tychus lined up a mission retrieving another artifact. It's on a Protoss shrine world called Monolith.
The Mobius boys think there's another artifact on a world called Monolith. Supposedly there's Protoss guarding it. A group of fanatics call themselves the Tal'Darim. Now don't get all sentimental thinking these Tal'Darim are your old Protoss buddies, 'cause they ain't.
Yeah, that's gonna give us the Marauder. This one.
Any ship receiving this transmission. The Zerg are invading Agria. The Dominion abandoned us here. We're just a small farming colony. We've got to evacuate before we're overrun. If you can hear this message, please help us.
Oh, I know. I wish the Tal'Darim looked like the Tal'Darim here instead of not. Notice this gives us Zerg research, and this gives us Protoss research. That'll come up in a minute. We'll save Agria for a minute. Let's do this one.
There it is, Jimmy. Just like Mobius said. Easy money.
I don't know. There's a lot of Protoss down there. We're gonna have to... What the?
Warning. Multiple Zerg biosignatures detected.
Ah, hell.
Them critters were just hiding underground, waiting?
No idea, but you can bet they're headed straight for our shrine.
Well, that show complicates things. We can't fight two armies at once, partner.
With any luck, we won't have to. We only need to hold the area at the top of the shrine long enough to extract the artifact. So we'll land here and cut our way through the Protoss lines while they're busy with the Zerg. It's only a matter of time before the Zerg overwhelm the Protoss. We'd best grab the artifact and be long gone by then.
Oh, God. I didn't even say hello to Hellspawn. Oh, my God. I'm so terrible. Hey, Hellspawn. Hang on, let me pause the game. welcome back. I know it's been a while. I hope you're doing all right. I hope that... I'm sorry, I'm really tired. I hope that college has been treating you well. Thank you for the sub. I do appreciate it very, very much. You probably don't know this, but you can put that towards up to 3 things equally for increasing future interest if you'd like to. You also don't have to. It's not even going to tell me these ones now, is it?
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Dealer's choice, you got it. Aerospace engineering. Oh, why do I have so many smart viewers? Why are you watching me?
Severely outnumber the Protoss forces. It is likely the Protoss will fall shortly.
Sweet. One of my favorite things. Fallen
We've got to get
Protoss.
that artifact before the Zerg overrun the whole place.
SCV ready.
Which one, Mr. Red?
Bad news?
Warning. Protoss stalkers are gathering at our perimeter.
Why?
Incoming transmission.
Aren't you a little busy?
I got something new for you, cowboy. Marauders, the latest word in big bada boom hardware.
I ain't sure this is the best time to be experimenting, Swan.
Best time there is. Let the Marauders loose against those stalkers and you'll see.
Marauders are great. They're anti-ground only. But,
Gonna give me orders?
I should have sent out the whole group, but I didn't, like an idiot.
SCV ready.
They're anti-heavy, put simply.
Yes, sir.
And they can add like a little slow thing. And they've got a little bit more health and a little bit more other stuff. And Marauders are probably going to be one of those positive to unit situations.
This better be.
Go on.
100 health, 1 armor, versus 45 health and 0 armor. 6 damage over 0.86, 10 damage over 1.5. But you see, it does additional versus armored. Yeah, these are basically Firebats if Firebats were actually good. Marauders are great. I tend to lean on Marauders quite a bit. In fact, you probably saw that when I was doing my infantry ball when I was playing as Rainer during the co-op stuff.
Ready. In the rear with the gear. Big job, huh? Who wants some? SCV ready.
So this is kind of a soft enraged pseudo-timer mission. The Zerg are just going to keep attacking, and, well, by just math, the Zerg will slowly win this battle. So there's our timer.
Additional supply depots required.
Standing by.
Ah! You scared me! Yeah, I can't build here. By the numbers, boys.
Let's see, Marines, Marauders, Medics, Von Falkenstein. Peripatia. Never even heard of that. That's super surprising.
Give me orders? Sure.
Warning. Incoming Zerg attack wave.
Okay, back off, back off.
That's fine. Who wants some? Booyah!
Oh, medevacs, yeah. That's right, because medics aren't in
SCV ready.
combo or multiplayer. PvP. Competitive, whatever the hell it's called.
Been waiting on you. You gonna give me... SCV ready.
It's gonna chill for a minute. Much as I hate to.
SCV ready. Gangway coming through.
Yeah, as you can see, the Zerg are making some progress, as is their want. Protoss are like, we got this. They don't. They do not got this.
Go, go, go! SCV ready. You gonna been waiting on you. Go ahead. SCV ready.
We will have to move left a little bit because I really want that relic.
Say the word, baby.
Oh yes, pissed sounds.
Time's a wasting. Go on.
SCV ready.
Got a whole lot of love. What the hell are smithereens anyway? Yeah, I got all 5 fingers. 3 on this hand, 2 on the other one.
God damn it, you interrupted the quote. I got 5 fingers, 3 on this hand and 2 on the other.
Been waiting on you.
Got a whole lot of love.
SCV ready.
I'll do it in a minute.
Armed and ready. Man. SCV ready. Gotcha. I can't build here. Yep.
Let's have a blast.
Yeah, sorry, it's probably not obvious, but if you look closely, yeah, there's no hands on the Marauder, just the cannons.
Let's.
Armed and ready. This better be good. Been waiting on you. You gonna give me orders? SCV ready. SCV ready. Yep. Armed and ready.
Speaking of which.
The doctor is in.
By the number. Who wants some? Been waiting on you. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
I mean, knowing this setting, they're probably not.
Well, butter my biscuit.
What does that even mean? You know what? Don't answer that.
Yep. Go ahead. Uh-huh. You gonna...
Is it critical?
Aye, aye, sir. Roger that. That's fine.
Go on.
Keep your shirt on, Sparky. Orders received. Yes, sir. That's fine. Sure thing. Will do. 10-4.
Do you have to exist?
You gonna give me orders?
Come on, guys. Can't we give peace a chance? You can just get out of my way. I don't really care about killing you.
Is under attack.
Damn it.
10-4.
Our SCVs are under attack.
God damn it.
This better be good. Yes, sir. You gonna give me orders?
Yeah, this might actually be a mission restart. Which is funny, because that means I'm just going to cut off for the night, because it's already getting pretty late. I might be able to salvage this. Nope. Alright, well, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be playing more of this.